Hey there, new Caldera Cuvée customer. Thanks for joining all the fun. I thought it'd be a great idea to introduce myself. That's me, Sammy Pappard, working the last harvest. And I wanted you to know what's so special about the place I get my juice. There are some pictures of the vineyard right here. I'll let them speak for themselves. Caldera Cuvée has a handful of unique qualities. Each by themselves would be worth noting, but when they're taken in concert, you're going to find this an easy wine to sell, even though it's brand new and people really don't know about it yet. Consider original vines, no grafts or rootstocks, exceedingly rare, probably 2 or 3 in all of the state of California that are planted this way. The value of that all the nutrients from the soil get into the clusters themselves. And this particular soil, calcium montmorillonite, is the most nutritionally rich in the world. And I can prove it. It happens occasionally when magma pushes up through calcareous soils, and we all know that calcareous soils are the best soils for growing grapes. We use only native yeast. We let Mother Nature work her magic. We don't introduce anything to start fermentation. The oak we use is French, and it is at least 2 years older, 2 years or older. We don't want the oak flavor to confuse palates of those drinking it. This vintage, the 10, is aged 4 years in barrels before we bottle it. And we have never used any fertilizer, fungicide, or herbicide in 30, almost 40 years of growth. And finally, again, the 10 is actually sulfite free. That can't be, it's not always true for every vintage, but when we tested this one, we found there were 0 sulfites, important to some of your customers. The hooks that locals are using right here in Cambria to introduce this wine, again, brand new wine, what do we say? This is the wine your doctor wanted you to drink 2 glasses of every evening. That's my favorite. What a great hook. Caldera Cuvée is the healthiest wine you can consume with all the interest in health. This is a great lead. 100% natural, GMO-free wine. Any grafted or rootstocks would, by definition, cause the wine to be GMO modified, right? And then finally, one store in Cambria uses this line repeatedly, and they sell 2 or 3 cases a month. Caymus. So if you want the Caymus or Silver Oak or Opus One of the Central Coast, try this wine. So with that, let me just say thank you again. If you need anything, I mean anything, just let me know. I'll have your back.